everyone, this is Vanessa. Welcome to Collide Student Ministry Online. This is Wednesday Night Live. We hope that you have had a great week and we are excited that you are joining us. First, we would like to let you know that we are giving away a free DoorDash order at the end of broadcast. In order to enter, you need to like and comment before the video ends. We will announce the winner in the comment section at the end of broadcast, so stay tuned and good luck. All the information you need is emailed out in our newsletter each week, so check it out and let us know if you need help getting in. Thank you all for joining us. We're glad you are here. Remember to like and comment for a chance to win the prize and share this video to help others see it.
I got my Collide subscription box today and I'm so excited! Alright, first of all, this packaging is so pretty. It comes so much fun stuff. So this is our, devotion, and it's called Exiles. And then we got this really cool bracelet, and chocolates, and a duck, of course. And then a little hacky sack. And then flowers. And a super cute sticker and a pen. And then this is really cool. It's a QR code to our playlist. So this is some of the songs that are on our playlist.
Hey guys, we're going to jump into our first activity. We're going to do some would you rather questions. We'd love for you to comment in the comment section. Don't forget, by commenting, you are being entered to win our weekly prize. So we're going to use emojis, and if you don't have emojis on your phone or computer, you can just type out the word, but whatever works best for you. We're going to do some would you rathers. And actually, Emily, would you want to come over and play with us as we go along?
Sure.
This is, come on over. This is my wife, Emily, who's going to jump in with us. So this is Would You Rather, and everyone's going to be commenting in the comment section. Okay, yeah, come on over. Come on over here. Hey, Emily.
Hey guys.
Let's jump into our first Would You Rather question. Would you rather eat breakfast for dinner every day or eat dinner for breakfast every day? Emily, what do you think?
Breakfast for dinner, and for lunch, and for breakfast, and for dessert.
Just
every
breakfast.
day.
I love pizza, so I could not have pizza at some point in my life, but I love breakfast for dinner. So I would say pizza. I'd go pizza for breakfast.
Breakfast for dinner.
All right, next question. Would you rather have summer all the time or have winter all the time? This is an easy one. There's only one right answer to this question. The right answer:
1, 2, 3. Summer.
All the time. Winter all the time. If that's you, it's okay. I guess you're not wrong. It's just, summer's better, right?
Right. Fall is my choice.
This wasn't an option. Next question. Here we go. Would you rather go to an amusement park or go to the beach?
Is it any amusement park or a specific
Or
one?
any beach. As we'll say, like your favorite amusement park or your favorite beach.
Favorite amusement park, because I would choose Walt Disney World.
Of course.
Forever.
I would go to my favorite beach. I love the beach, and amusement parks are great, but I love the beach. The ocean, it calls me, like Moana. Let's do a couple more. You guys tell us, would you rather hike or bike?
I would rather hike.
Okay, interesting. I think I would rather hike too, mostly because I don't own a bike, so I guess you only need the will to survive to go on a hike. All right, let's do 2 more of these. Would you rather have a pet sloth or a pet parrot? All right, easy question in my opinion. Emily, what do you think?
Pet sloth.
Yeah.
I have been around parrots and they often scare me.
Yeah, sometimes you forget you have a parrot and then you walk into a room and it squawks at you and you pee
Or
a
it says
little.
hello.
Or it just says hello and then you're like, who's here? Like, why? I thought I was
Don't like
alone.
that.
So don't like it one bit. All right, last one. Would you rather... What? Would you rather sleep 19 hours a day or stay awake for 19 hours a day?
I would choose to stay awake for 19 hours a day. I've done it with kids, and
Yeah.
I've survived. So.
Yeah, I guess if I slept for 19 hours, is it every day? If it was like tomorrow, I would rather sleep 19 hours tomorrow. But if it was
Just to get caught up.
Yeah, if it was like
Yeah.
every day, I'd want to like be awake. I miss a lot.
That's true.
Well, thank you guys for playing along. No, we're gonna do this last one. I like this question. We're gonna do one more. Would you rather play video games or watch TV?
Watch TV.
Yeah, I'd probably watch TV. Yeah.
Although I do love a good game of Mario Party.
Yeah, Mario Party, anything on Nintendo 64.
Tetris,
Have gotten
Frogger.
into Fall Guys, and then someone showed me Roblox recently, so we'll see. Thank you guys for playing. We're gonna jump into our next activity here in just a second. Emily, thanks for playing with us. We'll see you later.
Bye.
Sick with it, group drop.
How you doing?
Wipe it down. Wipe it down. Wipe. But that's alright.
And that's why we always practice in the track first.
Through you, I can do anything. I can do all things, 'cause it's you who gives me strength. Nothing is impossible. Through you, blind eyes are open, strongholds are broken. I'm living by faith. Nothing is impossible. I'm not gonna live by what I feel. Deep down I know that you're here with me. I know that you can do anything. Through you, I can do anything. I can do all things, 'cause it's you. Nothing is impossible. Through you, blind eyes are open, strongholds are broken. I am living by faith. Nothing Speak to every limitation. The victory is my declaration. The same power that raised you from that grave is in me, so I will give you praise. Through you, I can do anything. I can do all things, 'cause you gives me strength. Nothing is impossible through you. Blind eyes are open, strongholds are broken. I live in that way. Nothing is impossible. I believe in you. I believe in you. I believe in you. I believe in you. Through you, I can do anything. I can do all things, 'cause it's you who gives me strength. Nothing is impossible through you. Blind eyes are open, strongholds are broken. I live in that faith. Nothing is impossible. I believe in you. I believe in you.
Hey everybody, welcome back to Wednesday Night Live. We're going to jump right into our first message of the new school year. Listen, you guys, we want to get started in a new month in a new series called Exiles. So here's the deal. We're doing this series for a couple different reasons. One, we're going to go through the amazing, probably wildest story in the Bible through the life of a man named Daniel. Now the thing is, Daniel's story started out when he was a teenager, just like you. He was probably maybe 14, 15 years old, and his life completely changed. And we're going to talk about Daniel and the other exiles because their lives were flipped upside down. They were in a new place, and they were doing things that they were not really planning on doing. So basically, life was going along just fine, or normally, and then something came in and just changed all of it. So the exiles were basically a group of people who were removed from their home, removed from their normal way of life, and now here they are, kind of stuck in a place they didn't want to be, didn't ask to be, but here's where they are. So what are they going to do about it? How are they going to respond, and how is their faith going to be an important part of their response? So you guys, we can just kind of call it what it is. 2020 is not necessarily the year we planned for. It's kind of like the year that maybe if you've ever asked for something for Christmas and you get really excited and then you like get socks, right? Like that's kind of what 2020 has felt like so far. And as we start a new school year, I know that some of us are really excited to be doing some virtual schooling. Like that kind of fits, your schedule. It kind of fits like the way you operate. And that's awesome. Like we're pumped for you. I know a lot of us are really, really bummed. We're really, really sick of potentially, quarantining or having to have restrictions or wearing a mask and not being able to go to school or do the things we love to do the same way, right? A lot of us have been feeling that for months now. And I know a lot of us thought that it would be over by now. Like we thought that this would finally be over. Life should be completely normal. And the truth is, you guys, we're getting there. Like we're getting there. We're getting closer and closer every day. This is not going to be forever. But the question is, What are we going to do in this time, as different as it is, even though it's unplanned and a little uncertain? What are we going to do with it? What are you going to do with your time starting this school year? How are you going to make this count? And how is your faith going to play a role in this process? So the exiles were people that were removed from their home. They were taken out of normal and brought into some new, strange, unplanned, unexpected circumstances. And it was, guys, we're going to get in some really crazy stories. I'm really excited. Before we get into the story of Daniel, into the story of some of his friends and the other exiles, I want to give you guys this perspective from a prophet named Jeremiah. So Jeremiah was actually not in exile. Jeremiah was still at his home in Jerusalem. So a nation called Babylon came in and they whooped up on Jerusalem, the Israelites, the people of God, and they conquered the city, they took all their stuff, and they actually kidnapped and took exiles, a bunch of teenagers, a bunch of young men and women, and drug them back to Babylon, to a far away foreign land. And we'll get into that story. That's what happened to Daniel. But Jeremiah was still in Jerusalem. So he's got this interesting role where he's a prophet from God, and everybody's wondering what's going to happen next. When is this all going to be over? When is God going to make this all go away? When are my problems going to be solved? I really don't like being, in this situation. For some of these families, it's like, hey, my kids just got kidnapped. Like my teenagers are in Babylon. Like, when is this all going to be over? What's going to happen? And they're like, what do we tell our friends? What do we tell the exiles? Like, the exiles want to know, when do I get to come home? When do I get to go back to things being normal? When do I get to get, into, the places that I want to be and do the things that I want to do? Like, when is this all going to go back to normal? And how do we handle this? So there were some people who were like always making these promises of, oh, it's fine. Everything's not a big deal. Kind of brushing it off. And there were some people who were kind of doom and gloom about everything. So Jeremiah, and you guys maybe have heard this passage from Jeremiah 29, verse 11. But I want to look with you guys, if you would. You can open up in your Bibles with me. And we're going to look at Jeremiah chapter 29, actually starting in verse 4. So Jeremiah, before he gets to the I know the plans I have for you, he actually has this note. Right, it's a note for the people. It's a note for the exiles. A note for the people who are lost and kind of confused. And what do I do with this time? It's not where I want to be. It's not doing the things I want to do. I just want things to go back to normal. I want to go back to the old way. I want to go back to the good old days. Right, like that's all I want. Why can't I have that? I just want this to be over. And basically, Jeremiah gives them this response that it's going to be over. But in the meantime, we got to make this count. We're not going to give up on today while we're wishing for tomorrow. So here's what he actually says in verse 4 of chapter 29. It says, "This is what the Lord, the heaven's armies, the God of Israel, says to all the captives he has exiled in Babylon from Jerusalem. Build homes and plan to stay. Plant gardens and eat the food that they produce." This is not the message that the people wanted to hear, right? Either the people living in Israel or the exiles that were taken away to Babylon. They wanted Jeremiah to tell them, or they wanted God to tell them, like, it's all going to be back to normal tomorrow, or it's all going to be fine, and everything's going to be perfect as soon as possible. That's not what Jeremiah says. He basically tells them, guys, listen, this is where you are, and this is the season of life you are in. So while you are here, you need to build and you need to grow. It's not the plans that you made for yourself. You probably would have, all of us would have picked a better 2020 than this. We would not have lost the people we lost. We wouldn't struggle with the things we struggle with. We wouldn't miss the activities and the places that we've been missing. Right? We probably would have dreamed a much better year for ourselves. But this is the place we are. And you know what? With this hope, where God is giving the exiles an instruction to build and to grow, basically saying, I'm giving you full permission to make the most out of this season of your life. I'm giving you the invitation that despite the uncertainty and the brokenness of the world around us, that we can still build, we can still grow. Build a home, plant a garden. Whatever is going to happen tomorrow, it's going to happen. But today, I'm going to make this count. I'm going to let my faith lead me forward. I'm not going to be stuck. I'm going to be moving forward, building and growing. We were really excited to get you your first subscription box. So we had over 60 students get a subscription box this week. And this is week 1 of our Exiles series. So you can actually look and see in every box, there's 5 pieces of paper for the 5 Wednesdays of September. And this is lesson 1 or week 1. And I want you guys to go through and look at some of those questions, to ask yourself some of those things of what does it look like for you to build and grow in this season? What does it look like to build and grow your life in let's just focus here. What does it look like to build and grow your life just wherever you are, right? Like, just first of all, what does that mean for you to look to build and grow your life? Now, more importantly, what does it look like for you to build and grow your faith in this season? What are the ways that you, despite us not meeting in the building on Sunday morning, despite us not being, inside our normal room for Collide on Wednesday nights, right? None of this is going to last forever. It's temporary. We're going to get back to the places we want to be. But how are you going to build and grow your faith in this season? What are the things you can do where you are, where you're allowed to be, that you can use to build and to grow? For those of you that got a subscription box, there's a packet of seeds in there. And we wanted to give you this as an invitation and a reminder that this is a season to grow. Despite all the confusion, and I know we're hearing different things from the governor and different news every day, right? We're all hoping and praying for everything to get better, like as quickly as possible. And it is, and we are, and everything's gonna be okay. So while we wait till we get there, let's continue to build and grow. So we put those seed packets in there as a reminder and an invitation for you guys to literally plant some seeds. Now, my last name is Gardner, not Gardener. And that makes sense because I literally can't grow anything. I get my wife flowers, and she doesn't kill them, but she doesn't keep them alive either. It's just kind of our family. We're not necessarily like the most green thumb, having a massive garden. It would be kind of cool if the gardeners were good at that, but we're not, and that's okay. But we're going to try. We're going to try in this season to plant some seeds and grow. And I want to give you guys that challenge too. Even if you're like, I have never grown anything in my entire life. Well, here's an invitation. Give it a shot. We actually have been watching WALL-E a lot. And I know in WALL-E, the Pixar movie, I guess there was a boot with some dirt in it and a little sprout. Maybe you don't need to use a boot. Maybe you can find a cup, or you can maybe actually have like a pot, planter's pot in your backyard or on your patio or something. I just give you that challenge to find those seeds from your subscription box and to use them to grow something, grow some flowers, whatever you got in your box. And for those of you that have not gotten a subscription box, we really hope you take the time, find the link on our newsletter or our website. You can sign up anytime, and then when the next box comes out, it'll be at the end of this month. Then we'd be happy to deliver one to you as well. So don't miss that opportunity. And for you guys that got a subscription box, take the challenge to grow something. I'm going to even jump down to verse 7 again in the same chapter. He says, "And work for the peace, work and pray for the peace and prosperity of the city where I have sent you into exile. Pray to the Lord for it, for its welfare will determine your welfare." Another version of him saying, listen, in this time, we're going to pray for everything to get better, and we're going to pray for our school. We're going to pray for our church. We're going to pray for our homes, and our family, and our community. This is a big invitation to be in prayer about the future, that we want to pray for these things because guys, the way this all works, if our schools get better, then we're going to enjoy the process more. If our community and our country and our state gets healthier, then we're going to get to where we want to get to faster. If we're praying for our own health and our own just heart and how we feel and how we're processing things, then things are going to get better. Basically, God's all through this inviting us to be a part of the process, to be a part of the movement, to move forward, to build, to grow, to pray for what's coming next. I know you guys, again, one last time, we don't know what the future is going to hold, and we've made this decision to move to Wednesday nights just because Wednesday nights online, just because we felt like this is the place where everybody could come together, everybody could be here, and we're really glad if you're watching this with us live that you are. Or you can watch and listen to this on Thursday or Friday or Saturday. Or maybe you're watching this in 2021 and the world is perfect and everything's gone. All the bad stuff's gone. Wherever and whenever you're watching this, the message is always true. If you guys are maybe you are a 12th grader and you're like, I just can't wait for high school to be over. I can't wait to like get out on my own. That's awesome. That's a really good feeling. We want to encourage you to enjoy that feeling. But this year isn't over, and this year still matters. Maybe you're like a 6th grader, and you're like, I can't wait till I get into high school. Or you're a 7th grader or an 8th grader, and you're like, middle school, I don't like it. I want to get to high school. Okay, that's totally fine. That's a good feeling. It's okay to be excited about something, but don't just throw away what you're doing right now. Don't look at this season and this opportunity to say, there's nothing for me to build, there's nothing for me to grow, because that's never true. In every season of your life, God is asking you and inviting you to lean into Him, to the purpose He has for your life. You guys, students, middle school, high school, adults, whoever's watching, every single one of you, God knows your name. Every single one of you, God has a plan and a purpose for your life. So there's no point in your life where what you do doesn't matter. There's no point in your life when you don't matter. You always have and always will matter to God. And He's never a point where He says, I want you to wither. I want you to melt away into nothing. Even on the hottest days, even in the driest desert, God has given us an invitation to build and to grow. And when it feels impossible, when it feels like this couldn't be the time for me to build and grow, I just want to go to sleep and hibernate for the next 4 months and then wake up in 2021. Guys, we all feel that way. Trust me, I've felt that so many different times. But I'm reminded again and again that even when I'm feeling as an exile, I'm far away from where I want to be. Things are not as easy. They don't make as much sense, and it just looks and feels different. Even in that time, even in that season, what I do matters. Who I put my faith and trust in matters. So God is inviting all of us. God is inviting you to build and grow in this season. We're going to get into the story of Daniel next week. And for the next 4 weeks, we're going to be looking at 4 incredible stories. 4 is this really real? Did this really happen? Because these stories are insane. You guys are not going to want to miss it. You can if you want. If you got a subscription box, you could sneak ahead and look. But every week, there's going to be a lesson that's going to tell us a crazy situation where the world is just flipped upside down. And these exiles, far from home, but not far from God, found a way to navigate their way through it and to build and grow in their faith and their character and their lives. So we want to give us that challenge. We want to take the opportunity, if you haven't already, to find the Exiles playlist on Spotify. You can worship with us and enjoy that with us at any time. And then every week, you guys can comment, share, be entered to win our prize every week. And if you have not joined our subscription list for our subscription box, please do that. And the students that have, I give you the challenge to find a friend and invite them to join. So they get a free box every month. It's going to be awesome. We're already building our next box for October, so we can't wait to get that to you guys in just 4 weeks from now. So you guys, we love you. We're so thankful for what we get to do, that we get to be with you. We're going to have virtual small groups every Wednesday night. And if things change and if we get the opportunity with our campfires, maybe we'll have we'll do this online, but we'll have a campfire that meets at the church and watches this in the parking lot. And then, there's a lot of different opportunities. So just stay tuned, bear with us. We're going to build and grow in this season, and we're going to do it together. So we'd love to know how we can be praying for you. Enjoy the opportunity to be with a small group, virtual connect group tonight on Zoom. So you can just connect, say hi to some friends, pray for each other, and then we'll get started on this new school year and this new series together. We love you guys. We'll talk to you later.
As I reflect, I find perspective. They're in the best and worst days of this life. You were always on my side. You're in the pain, you're in the promise, and on the days the furnace finds my face. tell me this: my God isn't finished yet. If he did it before, he can do it again. So I'll trust him with what comes next. For the God I know is known for faithfulness. Yeah, my hindsight says I can trust him with what's next. For the God I know is known for faithfulness. There's more ahead than what's behind me, 'cause through the highs and lows and in between, God, you go ahead of me. And where you call me, I will follow. If the water folds beneath my feet, then you'll pull me from the deep. I don't need to know what the future says, 'cause if the past could talk, it would tell me this: my God isn't finished yet. If he did it before, he can do it again. So I'll trust him with what comes next. For the God I know is known for faithfulness. Yeah, my hindsight says I can trust him with what's next. For the God I know is known for faithfulness. I don't need to know what the future says, 'cause if the past could talk, it would tell me this: my God isn't finished yet. If he did it before, he can do it again. So I'll trust him with what comes next. 'Cause my hindsight says I can count on this: my God isn't finished yet. If he did it before, he can do it again. So I'll trust him with what comes next. For the God I know is known for faithfulness. Yeah, my hindsight says I can trust him with what's next. For the God I know is known for faithfulness.
All right, you guys, one more time, thank you for watching tonight. We're so glad to be back with you on Wednesdays, and we will keep you guys up to date for things coming up, like student ministry campfire clubs. We're going to have some weekly opportunities for you guys to do things you love to do, like play a sport or do something fun and artistic, maybe even have a homework group. And like I said earlier, we may be looking for opportunities to have groups come together to watch a Sunday service or a Wednesday night live and have more opportunities. There's going to be some high school events and middle school events, things coming up you don't want to miss. So make sure you like and subscribe to our YouTube channel, follow us on Instagram and Facebook and on TikTok. And if you guys ever have any questions, reach out to Daniel or I or your small group leaders. We will have small groups tonight right after this video on Zoom. You can find the information in our newsletter. If you can't find the newsletter, it is in our bio on our Instagram account. And then the last thing is we're going to put the winner of tonight's raffle for a free DoorDash in the comment section right now. So congratulations to this person. Thank you guys for watching, worshiping, and listening with us. We can't wait to see you again soon. Have a good night.
Hi, my name is Sabrina.
My name is Ashley.
And my name is Gabby.
My name is Catherine.
Hey, my name is Lance.
My name is Kai.
And I'm MJ.
And I choose to love well.
I choose to love well.
And I choose to love well.
Love well.
Live Jesus. Live Jesus.
I choose to love well, live Jesus.
And believe big.
And believe big.
Believe big.
And believe big. And believe big.